So somewhere in your apartment you should have an Ethernet port. And that Ethernet port should be colored. As you can see, the one I'm looking at is red, but they could be blue or yellow. And what you're going to need is you're going to need an Ethernet cord that's got two ends that look like this. One end is going to go into the Ethernet port. The other end is going to go into either your router or directly into your computer. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you plug your Ethernet cord in. Make sure it's good, solid, snug, and tight. And then you can plug the other end into either your laptop or your router. So the next step we want to take is we want to take our laptop. We want to make sure that we've turned our wireless networking off, and we want to plug the Ethernet right into our computer. This computer doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I have a dongle that allows me to plug Ethernet in. At that point, I should get an IP address. So we'll wait and see until our Ethernet adapter goes green, showing that we have an IP. It might take a minute for us to get an IP. We want to make sure that we're set up to use DHCP or obtain IP address automatically when we plug into the Ethernet, so that our computer does get an IP address. So once you get an Ethernet link and you get your IP address, you should be able to open your browser. And once you open the browser, it should come up and you should see the sign-in screen, unless you've previously plugged that device in and signed in before and it's already registered on the network. So what we're doing is, at this point, is we're registering our computer on the network, and this is if we didn't have a router. So I'll type in my password, hit connect, and at that point, I'm not going to save it there. At that point, I should get a screen that says, congratulations, you'll need to reboot your computer, your modem if you had one, and if you have an Ethernet port, you don't have a modem, and your router before you have access to the internet. And the reason for that is your computer needs to refresh its IP address. So once you've rebooted your computer, you should be able to open your browser. And at that point, you should be surfing, be able to get anywhere on the web, Google, CNN, wherever, and you should be good.